In this video, we will explore more about complex sentences. Have you ever been talking to someone and thought, wow, they really sound smart, and I'm just here saying because, and, but on repeat? Yeah, we have all been there. But here's the thing, most of the time they're not using big vocabulary or fancy phrases. They are simply using complex sentences. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that step by step in the easiest, most natural way. So by the end of this video, you will speak smoother, write sharper, and yes, you will sound smarter without even trying. Let's get into that. First of all, what are complex sentences? So before we complicate anything, let's make this super easy. A complex sentence is basically a simple sentence plus another idea joined with a special linking word that shows a relationship between two ideas. That's it. It's like talking two thoughts and connecting them in a smart, smooth way. Okay, so when we say a complex sentence, it means it should contain one independent clause. Okay, a sentence that can stand alone, and one dependent clause, a sentence that cannot stand alone, connected with subordinating conjunctions like because, although, since, when, if, before, after, etc. So think of it like this: independent clause, the adult; dependent clause, the kid. The kid cannot walk alone, right? They need the adult. Imagine in this way, okay? Now, let me tell you the types of clauses. I'm not going to bore you with grammar jargon. You just need to know this. What is independent clause and what is dependent clause? I'll show you a simple example. When we say independent clause, it's a complete sentence. I went home. I was tired. The movie ended. Simple, right? It is complete. But when I say dependent clause, it has meaning, but it feels incomplete on its own. For example, because I was tired when the movie ended, although it was raining. So if you say it alone, it feels like you're waiting for something more, right? That's why we call them as dependent clause. Now, let me tell you about the subordinating conjunctions. So these are the magic linking words. These are the words that can turn your simple sentences into a complex one. Some common ones are because, although, since, when, before, after, if, even though, while, unless, all these. And trust me, once you learn these, your speaking and writing will level up instantly. Okay? Now let's move on with one word here. The first one I have taken because, yes, I slept early because I was exhausted. So here the independent clauses, I slept early, and dependent clauses, because I was exhausted. This sentence shows a reason, okay? That's why we are using because. Then the next one is although. Although it was raining, we went for a walk. So this sentence, if you see, this one shows contrast. Although it was raining, this is a dependent clause. We went for a walk, independent clause. And we'll move on to the next one, when. When the guests arrived, we started dinner. So this one shows the time, right? Here, we started dinner is the independent clause, and when the guest arrived, dependent clause. The next one is if, that's a condition. Whenever if comes, then it is for condition, right? So we can go out if you finish your work. So if you finish your work as the dependent clause, we can go out as the independent clause. The next one is after. After I completed the project, I took a long break. So this one shows the order, right? The order of the events. After I completed the project, dependent clause, I took a long break is the independent clause. So now, why do we use complex sentences? Why should we even care about it? I'll tell you. Complex sentences are like the seasoning in your food. Without them, everything is bland. Okay? So you sound more natural, Like native speakers use complex sentences all the time without even thinking. And the reason too is your ideas become clearer. You can explain time, reason, contrast, condition all in one line. And also, examiners love them. If you're taking IELTS, PDE, TOEFL, or other exams, you can use complex sentences, which is very important of the scoring system. And reason four, you avoid awkward short sentences. Instead of saying like, I was tired, I went home, you can say like, I went home because I was tired. It's very in a clean and smoother way and it looks more intelligent, isn't it? Okay, let me tell you where to use these complex sentences. That's pretty important, right? Where to use it? Basically anywhere. Like you can use it in essays, emails, daily conversation, and in your presentations, reports, storytelling, interviews, and of course, English exams. Okay? Now it's time for us to practice. Now you can pause the video, read by yourself, understand, and use the subordinating conjugations that is given in the brackets and try to make it as one complex sentence. Okay? The first one is I didn't go to the party. I was sick. The bracket it's given because I finished my homework. I played games. In the bracket after. She kept working. She was tired. And the connecting word they have given as although. I'll call you. I reach home. When you study hard, you will pass. If he went outside, it was snowing. Even though I won't leave you written until I took an umbrella, it looked cloudy. Since don't disturb me, I'm working. The bracket while we left early, the roads were busy because here, see, I have given the subordinating conjugation. So it would be easy for you to connect it and make it as a complex sentence. If you're ready, we'll move on to the next slide. Here are the answers. I did not go to the party because I was sick. After I finished my homework, I played games. Although she was tired, she kept working. So here, although she was tired is the dependent class. She kept working, independent class. When I reach home, I'll call you. So I'll call you is the independent class. And when I reach home, dependent clause. You will pass if you study hard. If you study hard is the dependent clause and you will pass is the independent clause. We went outside even though it was snowing. So even though it was snowing is the dependent clause which depends on the independent clause. He went outside. I won't leave until you return. So until you return is the dependent clause and I won't leave is the independent clause. I took an umbrella since it looked cloudy. So I took an umbrella. This itself complete the meaning, right? So this one is the independent clause. Since it looked cloudy, dependent clause. Don't disturb me while I'm working. Don't disturb me, independent clause. While I'm working is the dependent clause. We left early because the roads were busy. We left early. This itself makes the complete sentence, right? Gives you the proper meaning. So this one is the independent clause because the roads were busy, dependent clause. It's very simple and easy, right? I hope that you can use it on daily basis during your conversations, during your presentations, whenever you are writing. So now you have officially mastered complex sentences, the kind that instantly make your English sound more advanced. If this video helps, smash that like button, drop a comment with your own sentence, and of course, hit subscribe for more super English simple lessons. That's all for today's video. Bye bye.